everybody, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and today I am back with my top 5 musicals video. I wasn't sure whether to do this, but because I'm kind of new to the whole theatre vlogging, I thought it might be interesting for some of my new subscribers, because I know there's been a few of you recently and I'm assuming it's because of all my new theatre content, so I thought I'd make this video. I feel like if you don't really know me, some of these might be a little bit controversial, especially number 2, because if you don't know me, I don't think you would expect me to like this one at all. But until seeing Heathers recently, it had the number 1 top spot and has done it since I was about 18. So 7 years now. Let's get on with the video. Number 1 will of course come as no surprise to any of you. It is Heathers. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about Heathers. I feel like if you're on my channel, you know that I frigging love it. It is absolutely amazing. It is based on the 80s cult film. It is based around murder and suicide. It has very, very dark humour in it. I mean, I have so many videos on that. I have my own playlist of Heathers videos, so if you want to know more about Heathers, I'll leave a description and a link below to the playlist. In terms of my favourite song from this musical, it is definitely Meant to Be Yours. I frigging love JD. He's absolutely incredible. There is something so captivating but still utterly terrifying about him, and I find that really compelling. And I feel like I also need to mention Jamie Moscato, because he is the reason I fell in love with JD so much. And would it really be a video from me if I didn't mention Jamie Moscato? Probably not. So yeah, Heathers is definitely number 1. I don't feel like I should talk about it much more because you're probably bored of all the Heathers content. Number 2 is Sweeney Todd. Now, Sweeney Todd was number 1 for a very, very long time. I never thought that it would be beaten by anything, because there is something so utterly magical about Sweeney Todd and Stephen Sondheim. I cannot express how much I loved it when I saw it at the Adelphi Theatre, when Michael Ball was playing Sweeney Todd and Imelda Staunton was playing Mrs. Lovett. I managed to see it 4 times, I think, and I was just utterly blown away. This was the show that kind of changed theatre for me forever. Once I'd seen that, I just didn't look at theatre the same way anymore. It just blew my mind. So if you're not familiar with Sweeney Todd, it is about the demon barber of Fleet Street, and it tells a story of a wronged man who comes back from prison and he returns to London ready to seek his revenge. Again, it contains very dark humour. I'd say it's a little bit darker than Heathers. There's a lot of blood, a lot of gore, but yeah, it is fantastic. Michael Ball in that production at the Adelphi Theatre was like nothing I'd ever seen before. When I went to see it, I honestly thought that there was a cover on for Michael Ball, because I didn't believe that this man before me was Michael Ball. He was that good of an actor and he looked that different that I just refused to believe that that could be him. But it was, and I had the privilege of meeting him at stage door one night, and I just kind of fell apart in his arms, and it was the best 18th birthday present ever. I have 3 favourite songs from this. I couldn't possibly whittle it down to 1 because I like them all for different reasons. Of course, Epiphany, I feel like that is one of the most favourite songs from the production. I mean, I think the lyrics, there's a hole in the world like a great black pit and it's filled with people who are filled with shit and the vermin of the world inhabit it. Genius. That is just a lyrical genius. So yeah, that is probably my favourite one. And then Kiss Me is next. If you only know Sweeney Todd from the movie with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, this song wasn't included, and it makes me so mad because it is honestly one of the greatest songs. Kiss Me is sung by Joanna and Anthony, and it just gives me all the feels, and I think the production is so much better in showing how Joanna and Anthony fell in love than the film gives it credit for. So yeah, that's another favourite. And the last one is of course Worst Pies in London. This is like one of my favourite songs to act out, and I think if I ever had a role in theatre, if I could choose anyone, it would be Mrs. Lovett, because she is incredible. Her songs are fantastic, she is so funny. Yeah, freaking love that song. Number 3 is again something you will have seen featured on my channel a lot recently, and that is Six the Musical. Six is a pop concert between Henry VIII's 6 wives. They are kind of battling it out as to who had the worst life, all taking turns singing their own songs, and then the audience kind of deciding who won. That's what's supposed to happen anyway. This one is a very, very short musical, and because it feels so much like a pop concert, it doesn't even really feel like a musical, but it is sensational. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. I'd seen a few performances online from when they did performances on TV shows, and let me tell you, those do not show you how great it is in person. The costumes in this, the choreography, the lyrics, just the actresses, they are incredible. And a special mention to Millie O'Connell, because Millie is just everything. And again, I couldn't choose one favourite song, I had to choose 2, and I chose Don't Lose Your Head, which is performed by Anne Boleyn, and Get Down, which is performed by Anna of Cleves. And yes, those 2 are my favourite queens. Number 4 is another brand new entry. My list a few months ago would be completely different to what it is now, because I hadn't even heard of these productions before then. But number 4 is Come From Away. Come From Away tells the story of 7,000 people who get diverted during the 9/11 terrorist attack. Their planes get diverted and they end up in this really small town in Canada, and they stay there for around 5 days, and it just shows you how amazing a community can be and how well everyone comes together in times of need. And if you want to watch a feel-good, uplifting piece of theatre, I would highly, highly recommend Come From Away. My favourite song in that is called Prayer. I did mention that in my full review of Come From Away. It is such a beautiful song, and let me tell you, you'll be crying from beginning to end. It is bloody fantastic. And number 5, the last one on my list, is Legally Blonde. I went to see Legally Blonde when it was in the West End. I'm not sure how long ago that was now. I feel like it must have been about 10 years, which seems utterly crazy, but I feel like it must have been. It was a really, really long time ago when it was at the Savoy and Sheridan Smith was playing Elwoods. Yeah, long time ago. I mean, do I really need to explain Legally Blonde? I feel like everyone's probably seen that film. But the musical is even better. It is very pink. It is very empowering. It is very badass. I remember coming out of that theatre and feeling so proud to be a woman and feeling like I can do whatever the hell I want to do and no one can tell me any different. It was such a good piece of theatre. I really, really hope it comes back, because I would love to see it again, especially now I'm a little bit older. Because I'll be honest, I don't really remember like a whole lot of things from it, apart from that I loved it and that my 2 favourite songs were Oh My God You Guys, which, you know, I still sing on the daily. It is the most catchy song. And Is He Gay or European? That song is absolutely hilarious. And they were the 2 songs that I kind of really remember from the production, so I must have enjoyed them. That's it for my top 5, but I had to mention some that I deliberated over for ages and they didn't quite make it, or when they're full productions I think they will make it, or I haven't quite seen them yet but I think they will be in my top 5. So the first one is Wicked. Now I was going to put Wicked in there, but I feel like I only really connected to Wicked because it was the first big West End production I had ever seen. It was at the Apollo Theatre. It is absolutely huge there, and I just remember walking in and feeling utterly blown away because I'd never seen a production to this scale before. So I do love Wicked and I do love the production, and when I saw it I cried. It was fantastic, but I feel like since my tastes have slightly changed, and yeah, it just missed out on the top 5 spot. The next one, which I think will definitely be included if it makes it onto the West End, is But I'm a Cheerleader. Again, I did a review of that a few months ago. I went to see it. It was just an hour excerpt of the show and they were just workshopping it to see what worked and what didn't and how the audience felt about it. And I absolutely loved it. I didn't feel like I could put it in my top 5 because I haven't seen the whole production. I haven't heard all the songs. But what I saw I really enjoyed. So if that ever does come to West End or off West End, I may need to update my new top 5. Now this is one that I haven't seen yet, but I feel like it may be in my top 5 as well, and it's called Murder at the Gates. And it is a production that I'm seeing next Thursday at the Other Palace. It is just a rehearsed reading, but it's the whole production rather than just an excerpt of it. So I'm really, really intrigued to see that. Again, it seems very, very dark. It is written by one of the Busted Boys, which, you know, sounds amazing to me. And Jamie Moscato's in it. Didn't think I was going to get 2 mentions of him in this video, but yeah. I'm super, super excited for that. I don't really know too much about the storyline or anything, so I'm going in pretty blind, but it's a musical, it's dark, it has murder, it's written by James Bourne, like, what's not to friggin' love? So I'll keep you updated on that one. I will probably do a full review on it. And then one that I haven't seen, which I think you guys may be surprised at. I have never seen Les Mis. I have tickets booked for this year with the production with Michael Ball and Carrie Hope Fletcher in, because obviously I adore those two. But I've never seen it before now. I'm not sure why, but the original kind of old school musical theatre, I've never really had that much interest in. But this year, because I'm seeing a lot more productions, I felt like I needed to put myself out there, try new things. If I don't like it, that's cool. If I do, then I've got a hell of a lot of more shows to catch up on. So in like 6 months' time, I may do an updated top 5, and it could be completely different, but who knows. And that is it for my top 5. I feel like I've betrayed Mary Poppins a bit, because that is the first thing I saw on Broadway in New York, and I haven't included it, but you know, maybe I'll have to include that in another video. I mean, I don't even think it would make top 10, which is not good. Let me know what your favourite musical you've ever seen is, or what your favourite soundtrack is. I would love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Maybe turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. It is usually every Tuesday and every Saturday. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye.